Do this one thing and you'll be completely unrecognizable by January 2027. Hey team, and welcome to this week's episode of The Inspired Show, the show that's dedicated to helping you become the best version of yourself, mentally as well as physically. In this week's episode, I'm going to teach you the one skill you need to completely transform your life. And I've applied this myself personally and seen amazing results. And I give it to all my clients when they join the program as well. And as you've seen, with the results we get, they're absolutely life-changing. But before we go into it, if you've not subscribed yet, please subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. And what it means is, one, you get updated every time we drop a brand new episode, giving you more value. But two, it helps us reach more people and potentially change even more lives, helping people get happier, healthier, more confident, and ultimately that best version of themselves. Please smash a like on this video as well. Let me know any big takeaways in the comments, and don't forget to share it as well on all your small social media pages. Now, this skill we're going to teach you today is to help you completely change how you look at getting into shape. I see so many people making the same mistake that I used to make, staying stuck in the vicious cycle of starting again every single Monday. When Monday comes, they're full of motivation, full of energy, ready to seize the week. They start eating better, they start moving more, they start cutting out things like alcohol, crisps, takeaways, and chocolates. And whilst the first day or two they feel generally okay, what starts to happen by Wednesday with the lower food, the high restriction, we end up becoming a little bit more miserable. We don't really enjoy it. And then throw in everyday stress such as kids, work, partners, and all the responsibilities we have as high-performing adults. It can become very overwhelming. And what then happens is we end up crashing, burning out, and then reverting back to those old habits of using food at the end of the day, cracking open that bottle of wine, and then lowering our standards and not reaching our goals whatsoever, ending the week feeling like crap, and then starting again every single Monday. Now, the reason why this is happening is because we're trying to do too much too soon. We're trying to break down years of poor dietary, movement, and lifestyle habits. And what happens is when you try and change too much at once, it becomes very overwhelming. And that's where we're crashing and burning. So I want to teach you pillar number 3 of the Built Inspired program, which is efforts over outcomes. So what do I mean by this? Well, for a lot of people, they're chasing the outcome. And 9 times out of 10, they'll be able to do that for a couple of days before they crash and burn. But sometimes they'll be able to do it a little bit longer. Like we've all been on one of those diets where we've lost weight ready for a holiday, we've lost 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds, but we've done it by doing dumb stuff like shake diets, cutting out foods we love, being super restrictive, things that we know we're not going to stick to forever. So we've chased the outcome, we've achieved the outcome, and then reverted back to old habits and behaviors, then regained all the weight, felt really crap about it, but because it worked last time, we keep going back to it, only to regain everything again and again and again, repeating this vicious cycle of either starting again on a Monday or starting again every couple of months. And ultimately, that is just leaving us stuck, unhappy, unconfident, and not feeling really good about ourselves. So instead of chasing the outcome, we're going to start chasing the effort, because the effort you put in will determine how you look, how you feel, and how you show up for yourself. Because ultimately, you're a byproduct of your daily habits and efforts, the things you're doing day in, day out. So if you're not where you want to be, ask yourself honestly, like, do my habits and efforts align with the person I want to become? And the answer is going to be no. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video wanting to get into the best shape possible. So we're going to show you how we can start doing that in the best possible way. So first things first, what we want to be focusing on is one behavior at a time. And I know you might be thinking, well, Luke, I've got so much weight to lose. I need to get it done as fast as I can. But the thing is, that's the mindset that's holding you back, because you're doing too much too soon. You start off well, can't stick to it, and then end up back in square one, or potentially worse, further back. So we're going to start off with one thing, okay? Over the next 2 weeks, we're going to focus on one habit or one behavior that we want to really dial in and nail. And we want to make it as easy as possible for the first one, because you want to give yourself confidence and build trust in yourself that you can follow through and become that person that keeps the words to themselves. So for example, it could be something as simple as having a high protein, high fiber breakfast. That is your main priority for the next 2 weeks. Anything else is a bonus, but if you end up having a crap dinner, a crap lunch, you don't hit your steps, you don't get to the gym, it doesn't matter, because our main focus is that healthy breakfast, high in protein, high in fiber. Now you do that and focus on that for the next 2 weeks. Once the 2 weeks is up, you then assess how well have you actually done. If you've nailed it every single day, ask yourself, does it now feel automatic? Does it feel like you're going to go to that high protein, high fiber breakfast without even thinking about it? If it does, awesome, we move on to the next one. If it doesn't feel quite right yet, do another 7 days just to really dial it in. And then what we do then is we layer something else in. It could be, for example, getting to bed by 10 p.m. at the latest and turning off your phone at 9 p.m. So you've got an hour of relaxation, a bit of self-care to get a good night's sleep. Or you might decide it might be hydration, or it might be your lunch, or it might be getting to the gym twice a week. You just pick another one, okay? Now, in addition to the healthy breakfast you're already doing, automatically now, you're now working on another one for the next 14 days. And again, after that 14 days, assess. Did you complete it? Does it feel automatic? Do we need to add another one in? And then you keep rinsing and repeating. Now, a little bit of a bonus tip for you, every single day you complete your task, celebrate it. It might seem like a small thing to everybody else, but to you it's massive because you're keeping a promise to yourself. And guess what? When you celebrate the fact that you've done the thing you said you're going to do, you're reinforcing positive behavior. So every opportunity you get, celebrate it. Tell everybody, tell the world, like be really proud of it, no matter how small it may be. And also reward yourself, not with food, not with alcohol, but maybe a special treat or some new clothes or whatever it may be. But what's going to start to happen is over the next 10 months, between now and January 2027, you will have accumulated a minimum of 10 new habits, potentially up to 20. So ask yourself, if in 10 months' time, you've compounded between 10 to 20 brand new habits, are you going to feel, look, and perform better than you are right now? The high likelihood is going to be yes. So you're going to achieve the outcome of being happier, healthier, more confident, but most importantly, you've built in the habits and efforts and behaviors to make it automatic where you're not yo-yoing backwards and forwards. It's simply like brushing your teeth. You do it without even thinking about it. Not motivated, not can't be bothered, not geeing yourself up for it. You simply do it. Now apply these principles from today, and I guarantee it will completely change your life. Now, if you want help doing this, this is what we do on a day-by-day basis. This is our bread and butter. It's what we teach and coach our clients to do. So we've got a handful of coaching slots available. Simply comment with the word coaching, and I'll be in touch with all the details on how we can potentially help you implement these habits, create behavioral change, but most importantly, give you the result you want. So thank you so much for joining in. Please take action from this video, but don't forget, subscribe if you're not done so already. Smash a like